Our next story takes us to the Houston, Texas area. Take a look at this tweet here. I want to put this up from Houston Fire. They say this: at 1:52 p.m. local time, Houston Fire was dispatched to 8901 Bissonnette Street for an unknown collapse. They say the first unit that arrived on scene found a trench approximately 8 feet deep and approximately 25 feet wide. They say the call was then upgraded to a trench collapse. We have some video from the ground of the scene here. Take a look at this. Houston there at Fox 26 confirming for us that unfortunately authorities are saying that one person is dead after firefighters responded to this apartment complex in Southwest Houston for a trench rescue today. And so you can see there a large trench, yellow police tape set up, construction equipment could be seen nearby as well. But still, it's really unclear how this incident transpired. And the person who died has not been identified, according to Fox 26 in Houston. We did get a very brief update on this from an emergency management official on the scene, but you can see there quite a heavy law enforcement presence for this, a lot of yellow police tape. And so right now, let's hear more from some of these individuals who briefed the public about what exactly happened. Let's listen.
Two construction members in the trench at the time of the collapse. Construction members stated that the two employees that were in the trench when it collapsed, they told them that it appeared as if it was going to collapse. One was able to self-extricate. The other, unfortunately, was not. Other members of the construction crew were able to extricate that crew member out of the hole and began performing CPR. HFD crews that arrived on scene continued those life-saving efforts, but unfortunately the victim did succumb to his injuries and was pronounced deceased at 2 p.m.
Can you give us an idea of what this trench is like? Like, how big is it? How deep is it? What is it?
So the trench, in short, it's basically a giant hole. So like I said, it's approximately 8 feet deep. It's a pretty significant size. Yeah.
What was the work that was happening here?
It's unclear. We're not sure. There's some piping down there. It appears that maybe they were working on that, but we don't have that information at this time to know exactly what they were doing.
Do you know the name of the company?
We do not.
How deep was this trench that they're looking?
The trench was approximately 8 feet deep.
Okay. And they dug this manually, or was this with the backhoe there?
From what we can tell, from what witnesses say, it was with the backhoe.
Mm-hmm. So we know that the victim was Hispanic. Do we kind of know the age?
We do not at this time. Family is still currently being notified, so we are not. We don't currently have that information. We're not releasing it until family has been notified.
Can you describe what the setup is like? Like, how did they get down into the hole? Was it a ladder? Or
so there is a ladder. Okay. There is a, yeah.
So one guy was able to get up on the ladder and get out, and the other one wasn't?
According to witnesses, yes. One was able to self-extricate, and the other was unable before the collapse occurred.
And when you say a collapse, it's like a dirt wall, I'm guessing, that just fell on top of the guy?
Yes. Okay. Yes, he was under the dirt when the other crew members got him out.
So do you believe he's suffocated?
It's unclear at this time. That'll be up to the medical examiner to determine the exact actual cause of his death.
And are you able to tell us, like, how safe the area around it is now? Like, is there a chance that other parts of the ground could collapse?
So typically with a trench collapse, once one collapse happens, it isn't uncommon for another to occur. It can happen more frequently once one actually happens. So yes, it has been secured. HPD still on scene. OSHA is here as well conducting their investigation. So the scene has been secured and everyone is being kept away for that exact reason.
Was all of this work just happening today, or has this been a long-term project here? Do you know?
I do not know.
So was it part of your all's work to actually dig the guy out of the dirt and get him out?
If he was still in the trench, then yes. But in this case, since he had already been extricated by his other crew, construction crew members, we did not have to do that this time.
And your best assessment, how does something like this happen?
It's unclear. That'll be up to OSHA at this point. Like I said, since they're already on scene, it'll be up to them to determine the exact cause of what all the factors that led to that collapse.
How long did the co-workers, the witnesses, say he may have been stuck before they could actually get him out?
Approximately 3 to 5 minutes.
And
So
he
just to
was
clarify-
under, like dirt? Like dirt fell on him,
Correct.
basically?
Correct.
So was he at the very bottom? Like, would it be fair to say that there were 8 feet of dirt that fell on him?
Would not say that it was 8 feet. Leave it at that. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
We didn't see exactly
Right.
that part, especially since he was already removed from the hole whenever
Right.
we got here. We don't want to.
Since he was already, I mean, as far as HFD goes, like I said, when we arrived, the victim had already been extricated from the trench, so it's unclear exactly how much dirt he was buried under.
How many people did it take to get him out?
I do not have that information. I'm not sure.
Do they need any sort of permits to do work like this, or since it's on private property, is it just how they can do?
That would be an OSHA question. They'd be able to answer that and give you more specifics as to what permits, if any, were required for the work that they're doing. So,
Thank you.
I mean, can you just talk about the nature of something like this? I mean, he came to do his job today, and here we are.
yeah, I mean, it's incredibly unfortunate. Houston Fire Department never likes to respond to these types of incidents. We certainly have the tools and the resources to respond and to help in a situation like this. So it's obviously a terrible thing that happened. It's very unfortunate, and we did everything we could to try to help that victim, but unfortunately, he did succumb to his injuries.
You said he was pronounced here or at the hospital?
He was pronounced dead on scene here at 2 p.m.
And is any family here yet?
The son
He's
is,
in the process of being notified.
yeah, family is in the process of being notified.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
Okay, just a really tragic set of circumstances. Imagine just going to your job and then not coming home. And that is what happened with this construction worker who died after falling into this trench here at this construction site near this apartment complex in Houston. And one of his coworkers also fell but was able to free himself. And of course, we just learned there that the other construction worker was not able to do such a thing and passed away there in this workplace accident. So wanted to make sure we got that in courtesy of our partners there at Fox 26 Houston. They